Hello, hello. We might have one person watching on Twitch. I don't know about the others. Hi, and we're here doing the Pixels and Puppets thing, streaming some Warframe, and I'm testing some new stuff in the chat. My camera's off. Hang on. Well, there we go. I like to have things framed. It's important, including my wars. Ha! Look, I'm trying. Anyway, hi. Yeah, it's a Sunday, and after a really quite brutal week, to be honest, but it's okay because it's a beautiful day today. I've already been for a walk. I touched the grass, or at least concrete that was near grass, and glass. Um, and today I am just taking it easy and relaxing after a real tough week. But the elephant in the room. Of course, most people are going to be watching this on the VOD. So the podcast Pixels and Puppets has now sunsetted. No, nothing dramatic. No, we're all still friends. It's nothing exploded or anything like that. It was just an amalgam of a bunch of things that kind of came together and went, okay, you know what? It's time. So, yeah, that's a bit sad, but I'm sure there will be something else. I like podcasting a whole lot and I want to do more. And so there's something else will grow. One door closes, another door opens, et cetera, et cetera. So I thought I'd just mention that to start with. Yeah, the podcast for the moment is over, but anything could happen from this point on, and I certainly am interested in making something else happen. So we will see how that goes. But in the meantime, Pixels and Puppets continues on, as we can see, and I'm getting into doing more Warframe streaming more regularly, and this is among that endeavor. So here we go. So yeah. A couple things, as well as that happened this week. So the Warframe clan that I was in, as often happens with any big online gaming community, things just kind of occurred. There was some really quite intense drama and things fractured and schismed. So I just kind of went, you know what? You do your thing. I just quietly bowed out. And so I took that opportunity to kind of go, let's just do the thing that I've been thinking about doing anyway. But this was the right time. Again, right time for stuff. So I started the Pixels and Puppets Warframe clan. Right now there's 3 people in it, but that's fine. It may never grow beyond that, and that's fine. It's still our little space, and it's quite nice. So that's where I currently am. So here we go. Here's in game. And the other nice thing is, because this is now our own clan. Hang on, I gotta just something here. There we go. That's better. Because this is our own clan, and if I'm streaming currently, everybody who's in the clan, Paragroot and JB, shout out to Paragroot and JB, they will know what I'm streaming because they're on the Discord, so they know that I'm streaming right now. So if they were to come into clan chat, they know that so I don't have to blur clan chat anymore, which means A, I can move my camera, and B, I don't have to have that big blurred area on the screen anymore. So it's just nicer for actually watching the game stream. So that's cool. I like that. I also have it so, like, since there's very few people who watch this live, often it's just Paragroot, having the chat stay on screen the whole time is just kind of odd, because sometimes, what if Paragroot isn't there for the whole stream, or what if they just don't say anything for a while? There's still the last message. So what I've got now is the messages will fade out after a little while, after like, I don't know, 10 seconds or so. So I'll still see them, but they won't just be on screen the whole time. So that I think will make things just look a little tidier. But they'll still show up. They'll still be in the same place as they were last time. So anyway, this is the dojo. This is the Pixels and Puppets dojo. This is where we live, I guess. Uh-oh. Well, Jen, hello. Nice to see you. Welcome. Oh, you're on Owncast. I can see that. I wonder why I not showed up twice. That's a bit odd and concerning. Hang on, let me just check something. I have a feeling we're getting things happening twice. Oh, and also, this reminds me. Yes, we are getting things twice, I think. No, maybe not. I don't know. It's hard to say. We'll see. I only see it once here, but it showed up twice on the overlay. That's concerning. I may have to restart the overlay. Give me a second. But nice to see you. Thank you for joining us on Ownecast. That apparently this won't do an Ownecast. There's two of you. Yeah, see? Yep. Yeah, it sure does show two. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna restart the chat overlay thing. Hey, technical problems on a stream. Go figure. I'm just gonna close this out, and we will restart it and see if that fixes things. That always fixes things, right? Everything's fine. Don't panic. Anyway, hey, thank you for joining us on Ownecast. Love my Fediverse peeps. Okay, I'm restarting that. There we go. I'm going to type something in the chat here, in the Ownecast chat. I'm going to say hello. So this is me, whatever random name this assigned me. This is me. Hey, look, it showed up once. There we go. Okay. Mystifying Torvalds. Well, that's true. We are running on Linux. That's appropriate. So there we go. I think we're good now. What I didn't do is I didn't activate the YouTube chat. Let's do that. Okay, we should be good with the YouTubes. Hey, look, the YouTube count just showed up there too. So it can't do the PeerTube or the Ownecast counts because they're slightly different systems. But nevertheless, it's still something. I don't know if I like them there. I don't like being conscious of viewer numbers while I'm streaming. It's just like, why even worry about that? You know, we're a very, very small stream. And in fact, most people who watch this will be watching on one of the Fediverse services. Again, scale, right? So, yeah. Anyway, I may turn that off. Well, I'll leave it for now, but I think we're okay for the overlay now. I was messing around with it earlier, and I think I clicked something more times than I should have. So anyway, back to the game. I've also got some nice freshly brewed coffee here. Look at, I'm on brand. Delicious. From a local roastery too. So yeah, here's the clan dojo. We're just getting started. I haven't even started decorating it. I'm just putting stuff in, but we got some stuff going on. We got the things, the things you want. We got the vent kids hanging out here, doing their thing. Sure, whatever you got going on there, good for you. Yeah, there's no point giving you a tour because this is basically it. It's a bunch of big empty rooms, and then the occasional weird lab. Biolab. We're just getting all the research started. This is cool though. This is the dry dock. There's the Void Runner. Look at her. What a beaut. My Iron Man colors there. But yeah, no, I was just looking at what was going on in the dojo here because events are occurring. You know what I don't have? I don't have my actual stream overlay up so I can see the chat. There we go. Hopefully that's not the thing that caused it to show up twice. I guess we'll find out. Yeah. Anyhow, so yeah, I was just checking this out while I set up for the stream. So we aren't actually going to be doing anything in the dojo right now. There's nothing to do. I'm waiting for research to finish. So, but we do have a thing we're going to do because it is Sunday. Is a dojo like player-owned housing? You can build whatever there. Yes, pretty much. It's where your clan is. It's sort of like a clubhouse for your clan. But in typical Warframe fashion, it's not just that because like DE does everything. They go, what if we did this, but more and just go as extreme as they can with it. So in the dojo, there are all of these research labs. And for example, here's the Tenno lab. And in here, you can start all of these things that are here that you can build, this is all stuff that's only available to be researched and built if you're in a clan. It's also very, very easy to get in a clan. There's a lot of clans who just like let people in and they don't have any requirements, or you don't have to play. It's just like you want to be in a clan so you can get the blueprints and stuff from the dojo. Here you go. But it's really cool because there's like you research these things, and in order to research them, you have to contribute resources. You get the resources by playing the game and farming resources. It's very much a grindy game, FYI. If you don't like grinding, you won't like Warframe. I happen to like a grinding, so it's a good match for me. But anyway, so yeah, in all of these different types of research labs, you can research all of these blueprints, and then once you've got the blueprints researched, you can then build these things. And a lot of these are like dependent on another. So in order to build, to research this, for example, I have to have the prerequisite of the Axtiletto here. The Axtiletto. Here you go. Which I'm currently researching, and it takes time to research things. You start researching something, the Banshee here. So this is an actual Warframe. Initially, she takes like 3 or 4 days, something like that. 72 hours for the individual parts. Yeah. So yeah, it's a lot. You can speed it up if you want to pay real money, of course, because it's a free-to-play game. But you don't ever do that. Nobody ever does that. Be patient. These kind of games, particularly Warframe, as I often like to say, is a marathon, not a sprint. Don't worry about getting to the end. Enjoy the journey. I get real zen when it comes to Warframe, which is weird for a very actiony game, but it can be a very zen kind of experience. So, but yeah, dojos are basically the clubhouse for the clan, where you can decorate it, you can do anything you want, pay your way and get. But that's the thing with free to play games, right? Like the company has to make money somehow. I don't fault anybody or any like game developer for paying to keep the lights on. Like that's not the problem. Developers got to get paid. It's when it's exploitive that it's a problem. And one of the nice things about Digital Extremes is they're not in the least bit exploitive. I mean, it's going to cost you either time or money, but it doesn't have to cost you both, right? That's the thing. So, again, don't worry about getting there. Don't worry about getting the thing. It's not capitalism. We are on a journey together. So we are just going to do the thing at a relaxing pace. That's the best way to play these kind of games. If you're too focused on the goal, you're not going to enjoy the game. But yeah, anyway, we're not doing this. We're not even here. I don't even know why I'm going on about this. We're going to leave the dojo because I got stuff I need to do. The weekly reset is coming up. And here we go. We'll get the music going. I'm not sure what the audio levels are like. Let me know if the game's too loud. It's not bad for me, but it's always a challenge to balance the audio levels for the stream. Coffee. So the weekly reset is happening at 8 p.m. my time, and it's currently 2:13 p.m. my time. So I have to do all of the weekly stuff I have to get done before then, or I don't. It's not a big deal, really. The one thing I do want to do every week it's called Netracells, as the title of the stream suggests. And Netracells are like a high-ish level. They're one of the endgamey kind of things. And they're quite difficult, and you kind of do have to know what you're doing. I'm going to go in a public squad, but you can do 5 Netracells a week, and you get rewards that are hard to get any other way. So let's go and pick a Warframe. So I'm going to do 5 Netracells. That's the goal for the stream. And they usually take, I don't know, between 10 and 20 minutes or so, about that. It depends on how quickly, on the team and all that stuff. But what I like to do, this is just my loadouts, FYI. There are 60 Warframes. And no, I don't own them all. I own a lot of them, though. These are just my loadout. So this is just combinations of warframes and weapons and pets and all that kind of thing. That music's actually a bit loud for me. I think the game audio is probably good, but the music's a bit distracting. Although I do like this song quite a lot. We'll just do that. Okay. Thank you, Ordis. That's Ordis. If you've played Destiny, that's basically Ghost. Same role, same point. Although much darker past, it turns out. There's a lot of lore in this game, as you may expect. For a game that's been running for literally 12 years, that boggles the mind. I'm a relatively recent player. I have been so completely captivated by this game that I can talk about it like I've been playing it for 12 years, but I have not. I've only been really playing it since like last October. But it has fully engulfed my entire brain. In a good way, in a positive way, in a healthy way, if that is possible. Anyway, Netracells. So like all of these games that have a lot of build crafting and theory crafting in them, there are you always get up with like a meta that comes out, like, oh, here's the strongest frames, here's the strongest weapons, here's the build. And so inevitably there are certain, classes or weapons or whatever that fall out of favor. And so the power gamers don't bother with those things because they're thought to be bad. Well, my naturally contrarian nature loves to take those frames and those weapons and those things that are thought to be bad and try and make them work in the high-end content, because it's just funny when they do, because it just means that like people you don't get the build crafting part of the game. You're just trying to copy somebody else's build and you're not actually understanding what's going on. Anyway, there's a lot of theory in this game, which is neat. You get to engage your brain as well as just, click buttons. So one of the things I like to do is to play off meta frames, which is, like, for example, I'll show you an on-meta frame. Mirage is generally thought to be quite powerful. Citrine is also quite powerful. So if I were to go in a Netracell with Citrine, nobody would even blink twice, because it's like, yes, of course, she's super powerful. I like Citrine a lot. I only recently started leveling up Citrine, and she's real fun. Do you like my message for the day? That's my clan message for the day. I can't think of a new message every day. I'm very clever. Anyway, but among the frames that are thought of as like off meta are a lot of the older warframes. I mean, again, the game's been going for 12 years, so of course there's some stuff that it's a small-ish developer, so they're not going to be able to cover everything equally. So some of the older frames need their kit updated, and one of these is Banshee. I have a real soft spot for Banshee. And I've recently got this build going that I like quite a lot. And I have taken her into Netracells, and it's hilarious when you take a Banshee into a Netracell, because it's assumed, one of the things about Netracells is if you go down, if your character gets defeated in a Netracell, you can't respawn. You have to get one of the teammates to resurrect you. So if somebody goes into a Netracell in a public team and either doesn't know what they're doing or doesn't have a good build and they're going down a lot, it's a real pain in the butt, right? Like, try and carry them through the Netracell. So everybody, you load in with the Banshee and everybody thinks, oh, great, here we go. It's going to be, I got to carry this Banshee. And then you end up contributing significantly to the team and not going down at all. And that's hilarious. So it's like a friendly way of trolling, or a surprising way of trolling, because like people assume you're there just looking for a carry and you're not. So that's what I like to do. So that's my thing. I'm going to go in with Banshee is my favorite one to go in with. The other one is one of the more recent frames, actually. It's Komai here. She is quite difficult to play. She's got a very tricky, intricate kit that has a lot of RNG in it. And so you really have to know her kit well to play her well. And so she's thought of as, you know, not a top tier Warframe. So I'll often bring Kome into Netracell too. But I think today we're going to go with Banshee because I recently did a thing, being an Elder Goth. Of course, Banshee means one thing. I mean, among the Irish folklore stuff. And I have my pet here, who I've named Susie, spelled as in Susie Sue. And one of the things that I put on Susie is a mod called, where is it here? Duplex Bond. Companion will clone itself. Every time you spend 100 energy, up to 3 clones. So when Duplex Bond kicks in, after I played it for a little bit, it's Banshee and the Susies. I went that far for one gag that nobody's gonna get. That's dedication. So let's get Banshee and Susie into a Netracell. That's what we're doing. For the first little while, we'll see how long it takes. I got 5 of them to get through, so who knows? Not Steel Path. Okay, we gotta go to Deimos, and we gotta go to the Sanctum Anatomica, which always sounds very dramatic. That coffee's delicious. Yeah. This isn't the Sanctum, this is just regular old Deimos. What's going on here? Sanctum Anatomica fast travel. We want to go to Tagfur. This weird little creature. And we want to go into the Netracells. So what I am specifically after here are, see these little crystal looking things? Those are our Archon shards. I need them. I don't have enough of them. I need a lot of them. They're basically just bonuses that you can set on your individual warframes, and they're again high tier like end game resources. So expecting there's not going to be any puppets I mean, there can be. I can go grab some if you like, but the puppets part of Pixels and Puppets is sometimes we're going to have Frankie, who is among the puppet characters in Operation Puppet. Frankie will be joining us on occasion. Not today. Today we're focusing on the Pixels, but don't worry, there will be puppets at some point. There will be puppets. And also, there's a build stream every week because you're on the Owncast. There's build streams where I do in fact build puppets. So, what comment got flagged? Really? I don't. It's Owncast. Let me tell you, the chat system on Owncast, it's a mystery. Only Gabe knows how the Owncast chat works. It is bizarre, and I sure as heck don't know how it works. Yeah, no idea what's going on there. Sorry. I think I may have like an auto mod thing set. I gotta check. No, Gabe. Now, different Gabe, but yeah, he's the developer of Homecast, not Gabe Newell, not the Steam guy. All right. Anyway, I gotta get now. Once I get to the Netracell, I may miss chat because I gotta focus on the screen. So FYI, if I don't see your message and it disappears before I do, I apologize. But this is a high stakes kind of situation that I really gotta focus on. So because otherwise people will get mad at me and yell at me. That's not really true. Generally speaking, the Warframe community is actually quite nice. There's exceptions to every rule, of course, but all right. Oh, you know what? I forgot. Hang on. No, we got to back out. I think I've set to private. I'm not. I'm not set to. No, not the base of operations Sanctum. I went in solo. That's a bad idea. In an Netracell, don't do that. That's not what you want. Yeah, I'm set to solo. No, public. Okay, there we go. Back to Tagfur.
I know you can take a punch, but cracking a Netracell's serious.
Yeah, I know. Don't worry, you weird goat dog thing. I got this. Hopefully, not just me. There we go. We got We got randos joining the squad. All right. So the first thing that we got to do is grab all the keys. I hope that... Oh, they've already started. Never mind. Keys have been grabbed. We're going. They're in already. I'm the late one. Okay, we'll get our buffs going here. Wow. Stuff is popping off already. I gotta get some kills so I can get my energy generated so I can actually start casting some skills. There's one. That's what we want. That's the good stuff. So the first thing we're doing is we're looking for the actual Netracell, which is like a... It's a treasure room, basically. You can think of it as a treasure room. And we have several locations where it could be. That's what these waypoints are. And we're all looking. Now, usually it's at the farthest one because, of course, in order to narrow the search radius, there are terminals that you can go to. That's the white waypoints. And that's what my teammates are doing currently. But I'm just going to go for the yellow one because the yellow one is the farthest one away, and that's almost always where the Netracell actually is. So you don't really need to use the terminals. It's just kind of helpful, but honestly, if you've done this a few times. Ozoned! Nice to see you. Thank you. Oh, no worries. Thank you for showing up. It's, you know, it's always nice to know that someone's out there. Okay. Looks like my teammates are here too. I know there's a lot going on. There's a lot of visual noise in this game. It takes a while to get used to it, but I'm just so used to it now that I don't even really notice it anymore. I apologize if you do. It's going to be hard to follow what's going on, I promise. But not as chaotic as it looks. It just looks like that. Okay, so we got to wait for whoever's got the right key glyph. Could be any of my other teammates. I didn't... Oh. Okay, so now all we got to do is kill guys, kill monsters in this... See the red circle on the mini-map? That's what we got to do. We got to kill creatures. These big, weird, evil things. And my teammates really seem to know what they're doing, so I don't think we're going to have a problem. This all seems fine. Don't worry. Yes, I know I'm playing Banshee. You guys are fine. You guys, we got this. We're good. Banshee deserves love too. Every now and then, we're going to get a pause where we got to go kill Necromite, who's interrupting our progress rudely. But right now, the name of the game is kill monsters while you're in the red circle. Now we got a Necromech. We had a Necromech. Oh, stay out of the laser. There's our Necromite. With all the sound effects and stuff, I think my game audio might be a little too loud. It's a little too loud for me. Unfortunately, I can't really take my hand away from the controller to go and fix it. Let's see. Which one is it? It would be this one. There we go. Okay, I've lowered the game audio a little bit. Hopefully that'll be okay. Are we good again? We are good again. Somebody got the Necromite. Thank goodness my teammates are paying attention because I'm streaming, so I can't. I really shouldn't be doing something this intense on a stream where I can't give it my full attention, but hey. This is what happens when you're a top tier player. I'm kidding. I am far, far from that, and I never will be.
Security level dropping. Don't quit now. I gotta know what's in that
You got it, Tag Fur. I wasn't planning on quitting, to be honest. I was pretty much here for the whole thing. Maybe I will turn down those particle effects. It's quite a lot. I quite like them, to be honest, but I know it could be a lot, particularly for a stream where it really messes with the bitrate. Oh, another Necromite. Woo. The problem is my green and the evil green are the same green. Sometimes I get a bit lost. I should change my green. Which, yes, you can do. Okay, somebody going for that Necromite? Yes, they already did it. Man, we are cleaning house. We're doing quite well. Love a good random squad. I mean, really, you don't play Netracell until you really kind of know what you're doing anyway, so. Watch me die. That would be so embarrassing. That's the worst, though, if you are playing an off-meta frame. Oh no, we got a spam bot. I'm gonna have to like wait till after the stream to ban them because I literally can't take my hand off the controller. Ah, good. Love a good spam bot. At least their message will disappear soon. Look at it that way. You're not here for long, cool front, whatever nonsense you are. Thank goodness that Twitch is making all that money. So they can stop things like that. Anyway, there we go. Netracell done. Nice. Good job, teammates who can't hear me speaking. So now we just smash and grab. Take all the nice resources. Now we go up here to get the real treasure. There we go. We don't find out what it is till we leave, but that's just the way it goes. There we go. Bot message gone. Yeah, I'm going to pay for viewers. Listen to me, bot. You think Twitch is the only game in town? I'm streaming to 4 different places right now. Get out of here. You go ahead and try and bring me viewers on Owncast. You just try that, then you're worth money. Yeah, I'm coming. I'm always the last one to extraction. Always. Honestly, you go in a public group, what do you want? I ain't rushing. Best viewers on Owncast. Yeah, see, there we go. Now that's worth money. Hey, Amber Archon Shard. Good, that's what among the things I would like. Any Archon Shard is good. Ah, delicious. So, let's see, is the team gonna disband? No, let's do that, and yeah. So that's a Netracell. I know you probably didn't understand. If you don't know Warframe, you probably didn't understand a darn thing that just happened. But anyway, that's how it goes. I got 4 more of those to do, and that didn't take long at all. So I think we'll be able to do all this no problem. And then I got some more interesting stuff after that I've been working on. I just started a new Warframe project today, so we can play around with that. However, I'm going to need some more coffee soon, so I'm going to take a little coffee break. Go grab me another cup. Because I freshly brewed this stuff, and it's delicious. And you got to get to this stuff while it's fresh. So. Okay, I'm going to go warm up my cup, and I'll be right back. Don't go nowhere. He told you that wouldn't take long. Okay. Let's go back to the actual game. And another Netracell. With my beloved Banshee.
In my humble opinion, you'll last longer with a few warm bodies to soak up the damage.
It's dark tag further. It's really dark. I don't know.
All right. What's his is ours.
Okay, here we go. Delicious coffee. Luck not skill joined the squad. I like that username. You and I are on the same page, my friend. All right. The best way to go about this is only one person grabs all four of these keys here, because these keys are all debuffs. They're pretty serious. And so it's better if like somebody who just volunteers to be the sacrificial lamb and just grabs all of them. I usually let them do that, but if we're not, there's no okay. Conductive Keegler take away Baker 20. All right, Baker 20. Are you gonna do all the rest, or what's happening? Because that way, when you find the Netracell, you absolutely have the right key clip. You don't have to wait for everybody to get there. So. Yeah, no, absolutely. Okay, we got it. Okay, Baker 20 looks like they got all of it, and then we got to hit the thing. The little terminal there they're just working on. There we go. Thank you, Baker 20.
The Netracell is deep in this lab maze. Get control of a few terminals. That'll help you zero in.
Now, the nice thing is you don't really have to worry about like team composition. It isn't quite that. There are definitely like, you know, healer frames and caster frames and all that kind of stuff, but it's all carrot, no stick. Like you get nice stuff if, for example, there's a healer on the team or something, but you don't absolutely need them. You can make any combination of warframes work. So that's one of the reasons why like public groups are just very, very common, is there's no reason not to. And you get bonuses. You get like, there's bonus if experience is called affinity in this game. So if you ever hear me say affinity, it really just means XP. Do we have a Mirage on the team? No, we have a Gyre. This is this little disco ball thing here. That's a Gyre. Gyre is cool. She's like all about electricity. Oh, there's a Necromac. They're kind of powerful, and I'm alone. Somebody help. Okay, good. I'm not alone. Look, not skill is here. Hey, how you doing? Thankfully, that the green thing I do off them eyes, that's slow. That's why they're all moving so slow whenever I look at them. And that really helps a lot. There we go. Nice. Necromech down. Okay. Rather than focusing on the yard trash here, we should probably just try and get to the necro, or the vault thingy. I completely lost language. Netracell, that's it. Which is probably at the yellow icon. Like, I don't know that I've ever seen it not be at the yellow icon. I don't know why we're even bothering with the terminals. You don't get anything for it. All it does is like narrow down the option from 4 possible different ones, but it's always at the farthest one. And it shows you how far away it is. It's not hard, guys. We could just go there. Oops. I was doing so well with my parkouring, and then I just hit a wall. Whoa, I almost stood in the fire, as they say in video games. You see, Baker 20, they know what they're doing. They're going right for it. They're the one with all the key glyphs too. Refreshing my skills here. While I've got some energy. There we go. Wow, yep. We're on it already. We're going. There's other little side objectives you can do in these as well. And sometimes groups will do them and sometimes they won't. Sometimes they'll be very goal focused and just want to get the Netracell done as quickly as possible. I don't worry about doing anything as quickly as possible. That's how capitalists think. Oh no. Oh no. Something got me. Oh, that's so embarrassing. Thank you, Gyre. He plays an off-meta frame and goes down. I think I stood in an Eximus bit of nastiness there and didn't realize it because I was talking. All right, we got to get the Necromite. There's too much emphasis on doing things quickly, you know. The point of life is to enjoy what you've got and to savor it. At least that's what I like to do. There's far too much emphasis on just speed. Okay, what are we doing? Are we... Oh, okay, we're back on the Netracell thing. I got completely distracted there. That's not a door. Back to the circle. Well, you know, now, if you were talking about the rush of dopamine, I mean, this game's got that in spades, right? But it's in the moment-to-moment gameplay. It's not... You know, there is an argument to be made, I will say, for delayed gratification, right? Because if you slowly work towards something and you build it, when you finally have it, it's worth so much more to your, you know, that the dopamine hit you get from like building something as opposed to just having it. It's a completely different animal. I'm all for the dopamine, don't get me wrong. I mean, look at this. What do you think I'm doing this for? But, you know, there's different approaches, right? There's different ways of going about it. I appreciate a good slow burn, you know? But I'm a stop and smell the flowers kind of person. In fact, one of the things I'm going to start doing as I do more, hey, I'm not the only one who went down. I can help you. Where are you? Did you get picked up already? I think they did. Yes, they did. Okay. One of the things I'm thinking of doing with some more produced video content for the gaming stuff, it's hard to think and play this game at the same time, is kind of a more philosophical approach to Warframe videos, because people are always doing build videos and stuff, which is great. But like, I want to do more sort of soft skill stuff. Like, here's a way to approach Warframe that isn't just the speed running, you know, get everything done as efficiently as possible. There's a way to play this game where you savor it. Oh yeah, well the thing about, you know, like doing something and seeing what happens, that's the build crafting and the theory crafting of this game. Like there's a whole, you know, there's a thing called the simulacrum where you can just test out your builds. And that's where all of that stuff will happen. Like you get an idea for a build and there's so much flexibility with how you build these things. and how the mod system works, that like you can just have an idea and go, what would happen if I do this, and then I combine it with this, and then you can just go in and start testing that stuff. So it is very much a tinkerer's game, right? So if you like that whole process of like, what happens when I do this? This is real good for that. There's a lot of that in this. In fact, once I'm finished the Netracells, that's what I'm going to be doing. Is I'm going to be working on a build for another off-meta frame
What I was hoping for, but
that I've been working on. That I want to be able to do this. I want to get my Oberon that I was playing at the beginning of the stream. I want to get him ready for Steel Path and ready for Netracells here. So that's the end gamey kind of stuff. Because that's going to be one of the most hilarious ones. There's two Warframes that like nobody ever plays because they're either hard to play or they're underpowered or thought to be underpowered or they're just not in the meta. And that's Oberon and Limbo. I understand why Limbo. Limbo is very, very strange and hard to play. They're the way they work is completely different from every other Warframe. But Oberon, I think, is just old. And if there's anything I want to prove, it's that old does not mean bad, because I mean, you know, of course I want to prove that, right? I am old, so therefore I have a stake in that. Okay, there we go. Another Netracell. What do we get? Oh, it's a melee arcane adapter. That was the big reward for this one, which is fine. I'm just really after Archon shards. All right, Tagfurt, you know.
all right.
How would you feel if you walked in on your spouse cheating on you with your best friend? I'd be happy. I have a best friend, a spouse, and the ability to walk. You know, not a bad philosophy when all things are said and done. I'm gonna switch Warframes. Who should I switch to? Because I honestly got embarrassed by going down when I was playing Banshee. I mean, it will happen. Banshee's very squishy. That's the thing. Keeping Banshee alive is a challenge. And if I'm streaming, I'm not necessarily being able to devote 100% of my attention to the game. Therefore, I have to hit streamers with that. You know, there are worse philosophies, as we know, as we've seen a lot lately. I'm going to go with Mirage. Mirage is fun. Yeah, let's go with Mirage. Mirage is a very, she's the trickster. She's the Harlequin, right? Did I didn't actually pick the Netracell. I just picked the build. Let me actually go back to tag for here and say, hey, let's do a Netracell. All right, so that was 2, so this is 3.
There's some clue to where Albrecht went in those Netracells. Be with you in 5.
Coffee. Hey, Operation Puppet joined the squad. I wonder who that is. All right, friends, what are we doing with the keys? I mean, I'll grab them, but I probably shouldn't. Somebody who's better than me should grab the keys. No, we're all just wait. Okay, all right. Knife step, huh?
Your key glyphs and get to it. Come on.
Oh no. Oh, we're splitting the key glyphs up. Oh well. All right, fine. It's not a great idea to split the key glyphs up, but it's fine. We're all going to end up at the Netracell anyway, so.
That was the easy part. Now you have to find the Netracell. Albrecht left terminals coated with partial coordinates in these holes. Yeah, even he got lost down here.
Now, my Mirage build is a little bit tankier than Banshee, so I won't have to worry as much about going down. Still have to pay attention. I mean, if it doesn't matter how tanky you are, you stand in one of those laser beams and you're toast. So get the Grizzling, get it. This is basically a loot goblin. There we go. Nice work. Got a special unidentified item. Yeah, da da do, da da da. Where are all of my teammates? They're all back there. I wonder why. I'll go for the white dot. It's the only dot we got. Let's go for that. If I hit this terminal, I don't think I need a key glyph to do this. No, I don't. Okay, there we go. So now we got our yellow icon. We're just going to go straight for that. Like I said, there's a couple of side objectives that are always in this. That guzzling, the loot goblin-y thing, is one of them. If you were to cross them, they're usually worth doing because they drop stuff that's relatively rare. But I don't tend to focus on that stuff. If you run across it, fine. If not, it's not like you're never going to be here again, you know? Of course, you do only get 5 shots at this every week, so. The guzzling, however, does appear. There's regular missions that takes place in this tile set, and the guzzling also appears on those, so. You don't have to do a guzzling in a Netracell, which is a very strange sentence. If you didn't know this game, you'd think I was just having a stroke or something. Where on earth am I going? Okay. I don't think I've seen this tile before. Huh. After you play the game for a while, you actually get to know the individual tiles. And that one was new. I hadn't seen that one before. Okay, I think we found it.
Use the key glyph and get ready for whatever happens.
We did find it. Is the person with the key glyph here? Which is not me. Yes, they are. There's our circle. So we got to get into the circle and make the monsters die. This is my Harley Quinn build, so I've got one of my melee weapon is a big giant hammer that I throw. And my primary weapon here is like an oversized blunderbuss, basically. Which seems just, it passes the vibe check for a Harley Quinn trickstery kind of a thing. It's like a joke, right? Look at, I mean, I guess you can't look at it, but trust me, it's a big oversized novelty gun. We are starving for energy here. I wonder what's going on. Concerning. So among Mirage's kit, her abilities, see I've got these mirror images around me. You can just kind of see them creating a photosensitivity nightmare here. Those are her mirror images, and they shoot weapons. So basically, I can multiply the number of like the amount of damage what my weapons do, because when I shoot my gun, they shoot their gun. So this is how to turn one gun into 4 guns, and so. And likewise with the melee weapons. The other thing that she does is it's called Eclipse. You can't actually see it, but it just makes your either your damage go up or your damage resistance go up, depending on how you cast it. In this case, I'm just going for pure damage, so. And that thing with all the little particles orbiting around me, that's called Null Star. That's a damage reduction thing. Alright, we gotta kill a Necromite. Find the little creature. Oops. That's not a wall. Oh, that is a wall. Oh, somebody got the Necromite already. Well done, somebody. I like how much damage my gun do. Gun make good numbers. That guy didn't even get a chance to finish his animation. This is 3 Netracells, right? So we got 2 more after this. Or is this 4? I don't remember. I forgot already. Tagfer will tell us. I think I may have done one earlier in the week, honestly. I meant to save them all for the stream, but what am I doing? Good heavens. Off the wall. The parkour, like the movement in this game is fantastic, but you have to get used to it, and I can occasionally get stuck on geometry. Which is a danger of being uncoordinated, like me. Yeah, I know, Tagfer, thanks. You didn't really have to tell me that. I wasn't about to relax, don't worry. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, that was very, very close for a couple of laser beams on me. Yikes. Going down as Banshee is one thing, going down Mirage, that's really embarrassing. Oh, there's a lot of Eximus. That's what those laser beams. Those laser beams are from elite units called Eximus units. And when there's a lot of them, it's bad. Have guys burgers and fries. Yikes. Okay, alright, we're good, everything's fine. This one's taking us a while, I wonder why. Are we all in? Oh, that's why. Sometimes, particularly when people are new to this game mode, they don't realize you have to stay in the circle when you're killing. And I think a couple of my teammates are not in the circle. That's why it's taking us longer. I'm not worried about it. It's fine. Christmas units. Yeah, exactly. Okay, we got another Necromite. Oh, never mind. Somebody already got it. I was going to go and get it, but, you know. The gun I have is quite good at that because it does big AoE damage. They're a little hard to find sometimes, so if you have something you can just, like, do splash damage with, it's easier, but... Oh, no, somebody went down. Oh, that's somebody's pet. Oh, no, it's not somebody's pet. I got you. You're good. Don't worry. See, I don't mind. Oh no, somebody knocked me off the end of the world. I don't mind picking people up. Hey, it happens. Mistakes happen. You know, you get real power gamer bros who go in there and, like, you know, get pissy with you if they think you're not living up to their standards. And it's like, come on, it's a freaking video game. Relax. Your entire identity is wrapped up in being good at this video game. You got bigger problems than me making your game slightly slower. Bitter? Me? No. That's why I'm not worried about my teammates not staying in the circle. It's fine. I'm not even going to say anything. We got this. There we go. One Netracell. That's another nice thing these big AoE guns are good for, is blowing up the stuff so you can just collect the loot. Okay, now up the stairs. Where are the stairs? Where are the stairs?
Not what I was looking for. But
And we got this stuff, so now we can leave. I think this was the one we got the guzzling too, which is nice. I wonder what it dropped. It's usually an arcane. Whoa. Wow, somebody got to the exit. I do not understand how some people are so good at the parkour in this game that they can just get to places in like seconds. It's unbelievable. Some people know these tile sets so well that they're just like, I have no idea how you manage to traverse that amount of space so quickly. I mean, there are warframes with speed abilities and stuff, but like, it's still remarkable. Whoa, okay, well, that was interesting. Little bug there. Hey! Oh, an Azure Archon shard. That's good. I need them. I don't have any. Or I think I have one. Okay. And team is disbanded. Let's go to tag for again. What we got going on? What do we got? One. Okay, so I must have done one earlier in the week because this will be it. This will be our final Netracell for the stream and the week. The resets this evening, so I can do more this evening if I really want to. But I usually save them for the weekends because they're nice. They're fun. Do I want to go with Mirage or do I want to do a different frame? I don't know. I'm kind of in a variety mood. Cora is another. Well, I mean, Cora recently got a big buff, so she's not really off meta anymore. But you know what? Let's go back. Let's go back to Banshee. I have something to prove with Banshee. Don't go down. I gotta really pay attention here.
I gotta believe there's some clue to where I'll be with you in 5.
Okay, here we go. Banshee and Susie, we got this. All right, what are we doing with the Keekless? You do not want me to get the Keekless when I'm playing Banshee. Banshee got no stats. I can't lose it. Oh, no. Somebody bailed already. That'll happen sometimes. Now, obviously, sometimes people get... so it was the host that bailed. That's why we're doing a reset here. Sometimes people just get disconnected or whatever. But sometimes, like, people are so, serious about their gameplay that it's like... If you play an off-meta frame, they won't even play with you. They'll like back out and do that. So that's entirely possible. That's what happened there. Which, I mean, come on. What kind of a sad creature are you? Anyway. Let's try again.
Can take a punch, but cracking a Netracells, let's rob the old fart blind.
Here we go. Back into the TARDIS here. Certified Bane. All right, well, if you say so. Knock, knock, open up. Okay. Okay, certified pains taking one of the key glyphs at least. Nope, they're good. They're taking them all. That's good. What the? How did that happen?
To find out what Albrecht was up to in that Netracell, you'll need one of each key glyph.
That was weird. That Eximus laser beam shouldn't have happened.
Access that terminal.
Then we got another one here. What's going on? That's very strange. Oh, I see. There's a bad guy right there at the window. That's what's going on. Okay.
The Netracell is deep in this lab maze. Get control of a future.
Wow, there's a lot of Eximus already. That's bad. I really shouldn't run off myself. This is I'm being foolish currently. Oh well. Okay, I can go here. And we can narrow the search. Yeah, I can pick up a rare thing too. There we go. Ooh, somebody's used a thing that will show up where all of the rare items are. Why is that still showing up? That's strange. I shouldn't be doing that. I've already done this terminal and yet it's not showing it as done. Very strange. I think we may be bugged. Oh no, somebody found the grimoire. This could be problematic because the grimoire in a Netracell, which is one of those side activities I mentioned before, it's a really tough fight. Like it's tougher. It's the toughest possible fight in this entire game mode. And if you don't know what you're doing, oh no, somebody bailed. The host bailed again. Good heavens. Oh, that means that all three of us are still in here. I think the host bailed because the Netracell is actually bugged. Now maybe this will fix the bug. Who knows? Hopefully it'll pull in another rando, and I can get out of the laser beam that it just dropped me into. Thank you very much, video game. I got no energy. I got no way of getting energy. Susie's down. This is bad. Very bad things are happening all at once. If I live through this, it will be impressive. I think this may be a wipe. Guess we'll see. Nope, I'm down. Oh no, somebody else is down too. Two of us are down. Oh yeah, nah, this is... Sorry folks, I am going to... This all went wrong and it's bugged. Sorry randos. It's for everybody's benefit that I'm bailing. Let's try that again. How many times is this? Oh wow, it sent me right back to my orbiter. I gotta go all the way back to Deimos now. Oh game. I thought you loved me. Okay. At least it sent me to the right part of the Deimos here. Let's try that again.
For an old guy to build all that nice.
Third time. Let's go. The curse of Banshee is what's happening. This is what I get for picking Banshee. I will always love Banshee.
If you want to find out what Albrecht was up to,
Somebody's named their pet Leroy Jenkins. That is not
Peak
that is not encouraging.
Ready? To leave the anchor hole.
All right, they took the Keyless already. We're in. If you say so, Leroy Jenkins. I mean, appropriately named.
This slab maze.
YOLO.
Control of a few terminals. That'll help you zero in.
Now, hopefully this terminal will work, unlike the last one. I mean, hey, bugs happen. It's a 12-year-old game. Bugs happen. Bugs happen in new games. Bugs happen in all software. Go fig. There we go. That's much better. Boom, boom. I don't know why I did that. It was a monster. I had guns, you know. Oh, that's the guzzling. Get the guzzling loot goblin. Maybe, maybe not. Are we doing it? Yes, we are kind of doing it. See, what happens is you kill it, and well, you kill it once, and then it splits off into 3 different sections, and they all run off in a different direction, and hopefully you get the one that actually has the loot. I mean, if you're really fast, you can get all 3. There it is. We got it. Well done. Oh no, not the grimoire. Don't do the grimoire. I want to get through this Netracell. This is the guy who was just lecturing everybody about taking it slow. Hey, you know what? If this team feels they can handle the grimoire, I'll go. I'll do it. Oh, they did. They did the thing. Oh boy. Okay. Well. Okay. It's the one with Leroy Jenkins who activated the grimoire. This is a big, tough fight with the Scathing Whisper here. This is a pretty serious boss. And I don't really know how to do it. There's like specific stages that you gotta do. It's a very Dark Souls-y kind of moment, and I don't know how to do it. So I'll just shoot my guns in the general direction of the thing and hope that it does something. I mean, it's moved to the next phase already, so I guess that's good. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, where are you? Give me a sec. I'll try and get you up. Where are you? Okay, they got up. Okay, are we gonna do the thing? Or yes, we are. Okay, we're doing the thing. Where is it? I don't know where it is. There it is. Okay, so we gotta go. Now we gotta go find the book again. I mean, we're actually doing it. It's not. We're getting through it. You heard the weird dog goat. Kill the book. Okay, well, they did it. They very little help for me, but they did it. Nice. So here's the loot that it dropped. We'll get to find out what that was after the mission. So now we can go and do the actual Netracell. Well done, random people. That was impressive, actually, the speed at which they did that. Ooh, secondary weapons is a buff. Secondary weapons do red crits. Like the red numbers. Red numbers good. Whoa. I should not stand in all of that stuff. Oops, somebody's down. I think it's somebody's pet because they're recovering, which is less serious. Although I do still try and pick them up if I see them. But I think we probably want to get to the actual Netracell here. I'm going to try and do that without dying.
This is it. Use the key glyph and get ready for whatever happens next. Wrong key glyph. Try another one.
We split the key glyphs. You don't split the party. Don't split the key glyphs. Good heavens, the key glyphs. There's some rare doodads up there. I don't know how to get up there. There we go. Okay, now we're actually doing the Netracell.
Open till you clear out uglies around the entrance.
Here we go. Doing the things. Shooting the bad monsters. What are you doing? What's going on with you? Oh, I think maybe they're in their operator mode. If you're trying an AFK Netracell, I got bad news for you. Alright, we got a Necromite to take care of.
What's going on with Necromites?
Really shouldn't be me because I'm the squishy one, but
Ain't got all day.
what the heck? Oh, there it is. Hey, that was easy. I got one! I got one on stream, too. I'm not useless. Oh, it is somebody running around their operator mode. Wonder why. Maybe they've got some secret build. This is taking us a little bit longer than it should, not because no one's in the circle, but because they're just not spawning in the monsters. Come on, game, give us the monsters. We need monsters to kill to lower the security level. It's all related. Okay, they look like they're up somewhere. Oops, that was a fellow team member. That was not a monster. Not that shooting them would do anything bad, but it's just impolite. And also, not a productive use of my time. Another necromite.
Necromites are slowing us down.
Where is it? Oh, somebody got it already. Well done, somebody. Enemy intensity increasing. I got a bunch of Susies running around. Look at that. That's great. Really is Banshee and the Susies at the moment. We're just not getting the spawns like we were before. It's very strange. The game has some way of like determining how quickly. Oh no, Susie's down. Susie, did you stand in the fire? You stood in the fire, didn't you? I got you. And Netracell revealed.
Take whatever Albrecht was hiding and get back to the sanctum.
Smashing and grabbing. First one, then the other. And then, oops, then. Come on, Archon Shard. Let's go. Papa needs a new Archon Shard. We also want that. Is there another one up there? How did I miss that? Not paying attention, that's how. There we go. I like it when people actually look for the little rare treasure things. Those are always useful. And it also means they're not rushing. I do have a bit of a bee in my bonnet about trying to like rush through things. Why are you trying to avoid playing the game? All right. I'm going. One person, 3 people. Okay, so everybody else is now at the exit. Here we go. And that's it. The Netracells for the week are done. Yes, Tau Forged Archon Shard. Tau Forged are extra powerful ones. So that's even better. That's excellent. Good stuff. Like it. Okay, well that will do it for our Netracells. We actually had a pretty good harvest this time. Let's go and see. I'm gonna go back to the orbiter. We'll go back and see what we actually ended up with here. I'll go back into the the helmet here. And yeah, not a bad harvest. So that's new. No, sorry, one of the yellow ones is new. And oh, we got 2 Tau Forged Crimson Archon Shards. That's good. Yeah, as you can see, I really need Archon Shards. I've got hardly anything, and what I really want are violet ones, but you have to make those from blue and red because that's how you make purple. Yeah, good stuff. Okay, no, that went well. I like it. Now, let's see, what time is it? It's 3:25. That's an hour and a half stream. I think that's probably enough. What I was gonna do next was just I got to level and work on my build for good old Oberon here. Goat Boy. The king of the Fae here. And that's not particularly exciting. That's just me grinding, which, you know, it's not as exciting as Netracells, if you can believe that. So maybe we'll just call it here. I think that's a wise course of action. So there we go. We got another Pixels and Puppets stream in, as it were, the can. Thank you, everybody, for thank you the folks who joined. Thank you to the Owncast people. Nice to see you. Always a pleasure to see my Fediverse friends. Pixelsandpuppets.com for all of the links, etc. and so on. There will be lots more. I got plans. I got things we're going to be doing, and a lot of it's going to be Warframe. So, there's plenty of Warframe creators on YouTube, but I don't think we have any that I'm aware of, at least in the Fediverse. So maybe I can start something here. So, I'm trying to carve out a niche for myself in the Fediverse because I love the Fediverse and love everything it stands for. So let's go. Let's do it. I don't care if it's small. Small is good. Small and slow is good, which is the opposite to how most people think. But hey, that's the thing about the Fediverse, right? It's for the people who think slightly differently. Anyway, thank you everybody for watching. In the VOD, nice to see you, and stay tuned for more because we got more stuff happening. I'm gonna stop babbling now, and we're gonna end. All right, have a nice day, everybody.